Yeah. I came up out the shadows with the pain and never settled. Had to wrestle with the demons in my chest like they were metal. Every step another lesson, every failure made me special. I was built inside a furnace, pressure cooked me in a level. At the level I ain't never seen before, but now I'm stepping like I'm in it. Had to move without a mender, had to hustle independent. All these nights I sacrificed, all these mornings reinvented. Woke up hungry, woke up stressed, but still I rose, stay relentless. Family on my back, I made a vow that I protect. Every tear my wife and cry became a sword inside my spirit. Every doubt I ever heard turned to fuel, now I'm fearless. I've been broke, I've been stuck, I've been praying for a clearing. Now I'm walking with the thunder in my chest, can you hear it? I ain't folding, I ain't stopping, I ain't bowing to the pressure. I'm the one that broke the cycle, I'm the one that learned the method. All this pain became a blueprint for the man you see progressing. I'm a product of the struggle, I'm the proof that God invested. Who he knows gon' change the message. Yeah. Grinding like I'm on a timer. Every move a new assignment.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Mic check. Mic check. 1 2 1 3. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Dang, let's go. Let's get into this app real quick. Settings. Hey, good evening, everybody. Good evening. This is, first of all, hold on 1 second. 1 2 3 4. I think I messed this up. First of all, welcome to 2026. This is the official first video, but you know, your boy's been going through a lot before the year even got started, and I'm still going through it. And I appreciate everybody for being patient, and all of that. So, but bear with me real quick. I gotta leave a note here. How do I do this? God dang it, I screwed it up. 1 second. I gotta hustle up. Limited time, I gotta do it right. Now, this isn't as systematic as I want it to be because my time schedule kind of shifted on me. All right, but nonetheless, let me see if I can do this real quick. Just a note, a little text, share. Oh, God dang it, did it go away? Let's go note. Live stream. Open. I don't know if this is gonna work. Send. Okay, so let me see what we got here. Hey, what's up, Roll Life? Denise, I see you, Queen. CMC, I see you, big dog. Adam, hey, what's up, Adam? The Leviathans are in the building. Queen Fee, I see you. All right, so yeah, as I was saying, my daughters have a we're at regionals right now. As you can see, we're rocking dance team, dance dad in the building. But it's in town. I got notified that there's going to be this grace period until 6 p.m. where they're gonna do the their awards and stuff like that. But anyway, so I figured, like, man, I don't know how long the awards take, so let me just get in and just at least get part of this out the way. This is the first live stream of the new year, and it's for the Discord just to start. I wanted to do it better, but it is what it is. I can't not produce some content or whatever like that for weeks on end. So here I am. Just know that your boy's been working in the background, doing the best I can to make sure that I'm getting set up for the year to come. All right. So first off, I want to say thank everybody for being there for one another, sharing your stories, bringing in the new year together, and then having like the humility to like and the vulnerability just to share where you are in your journey, because if you don't share that, then nobody knows, right? And if nobody knows, then you're going to be lacking support, and that defeats the whole purpose of a community. So I appreciate everybody embracing the idea and the concept of a community and being there for one another, because that's what it's all about. That being said, with all this transpired, right? I had my issues in 2025. I've seen some of your guys' issues in 2025. And part of that is why we did the app thing. And then we're doing like certain classes. That's why we're bringing back the one-on-one sessions. That's why we're going to go into more deep dives. That's why we have the Leviathan tier. This is why a lot of things are happening, including my editor is back from what he had to get done. So me and him are going to be meeting tonight about the content to roll out for the greater good, right? So that being said, a couple of things to speak to. First, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. All right. But I'm kind of trying to look through what I texted you guys to make sure that I'm staying on point with what I want to talk about. So the quick thing is the app update. And it'll be real brief, right? I'm not spending a lot of time on this, mainly because we just got stuff to do. Let's see if I can get a window in here. Let's see. Probably have to use one of the Leviathan new. Nope, I gotta do it this way. This is fine. Display, no. Windows. Okay, here we go. Alright. Okay, and where are you? Okay. Okay, so the main thing I wanted to point out with the app is that, first of all, again, this is gonna be real brief. All right. So first of all, when you go through your, when you load up, right? If you are a subscriber or whatever, let me go ahead and see if I can close up some of this so you can just see just the app. Yeah, that's good. Okay. So first of all, if you are a subscriber of the app, then you'll be met with this always, the daily mindset check-in. We're gonna skip it for today. This is like my admin account, so you won't see any data here. But anyway, this isn't a tour. If you want a tour, then you can just click where it says tour up here, okay? But I'll go through a whole spiel later this month. Okay, but the main thing is that I added something called Trade Assistant Hub. So we're gonna get into that. But then also for the trade alerts, I realized that Leviathans, for example, didn't have like full access to the trade alerts for some reason. Maybe something wrong with the code or whatever, but I fixed that. I also opened up the trade alerts for everybody. So even the free users, you'll see the alerts, but these alerts are just like, this is just when I got in and stuff like that. So you won't necessarily see the details if you're not at that tier for, you know, the rapid fire information. And that's all the trades that are posted here. Okay. So with these trades, like NVIDIA, these are the details that you kind of get, right? You get the details that I send you in the Discord if you are, you know, privy to that information. But even if without the view, you'll know the entry, the strike, the premium, like about what I'm thinking is going to cost to get into the trade, right? And then if you go into the card view, you get a little bit more of a different view or look to it. I am going to change this so you can see. Oh no, yeah, here's your take profit targets. They are there. So you see the take profit targets too. You don't see them under the list view or the row view, but you see them under the card view. So just know that, okay? But the alerts that you see, it's going to be from this, whether or not I take a trade, right? Get out of a trade. If I broadcast any information, if I broadcast information here, I can let you know I'm in, I scaled in, trimmed, I'm out, canceled, or just leave a note, right? And I just left a note to the users to let them know that, you know, we are live, right? Live stream. So anybody can go in here and say, oh, okay, well, we can just copy that link and then we'll join the live stream, okay? But I had to put it under NVIDIA. It is what it is. So, so that's that part. But nonetheless, if you go to what's now called Trade Assistant Hub, this is designed based on the stuff, the nuances that I see everybody struggling with, even myself, right? So I made this as like a grounding, a grounded approach to the market. So you have your trading laws. You'll have to go in here and you have to accept it. These are the laws that I am following. You can have your own laws, you can edit this, whatever, but this is what I'm doing, okay? And then after you agree to those trading laws, then you will be able to do like a pre-trade checklist. So let's say you're looking at NVIDIA, okay? Well, I'm gonna look at about, let's say, one contract, you know, because I'm Mr. Conservative. My planned entry date, okay, well, we're game planning today. We're talking about tomorrow, so I'm gonna plan to enter tomorrow, okay? So that's that. Then guess what? You have these categories. You got the setup and structure. You have your risk defined, your execution plan, your behavior checklist, and your final confirmation. So I'll go through these real quick, but essentially your setup is it clear and identified, right? Is the key levels marked on the chart, right? Invalidation levels, is it obvious? This is not a chase or FOMO. You have to check these boxes. Do that for yourself, right? And if you can answer these questions, great. Move on to the next one. Your risk definition. Is your stop loss defined before you enter, right? Risk per trade. So we just got boom, 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 boom. What did you see at the bottom, right? At the bottom, you'll see no trade, clear every checkbox before entry. So if you were to follow this, right? And if you can positively, right, check these boxes like stop loss defined, risk per trade is within a plan, R&R is acceptable for the setup, loss is emotionally accepted. So are you prepared to lose before you enter? Your execution plan, is the entry price defined, right? The first target, is it defined, right? Do we know where we're going before we just hop into a play? Stop will move up to 5% of risk target. So what does that mean? For me, that means once I hit my take profit target, I am setting my stop loss 5%, right? Or I'm scaling out, right? Scaling levels are predefined, right? So whether you scale in or scale out. So for instance, if we're at a crossing road and then I say my take profit one is X, right? And we're approaching that level, I can set my 5% stop. However, if I also see us take that level and we confirm above it, I could scale in. I can add to my position if I so choose, right? So that's an identified scaling level, right? No mid-trend trend size increases planned. So are you just jumping in the middle of a trend, right? Are you planning to do that? Are you trying to ride a momentum wave, whatever, right? Behavior check. Are you calm and focused, right? Are you not trading out of boredom or emotion, right? Over trading, we're trying to get rid of it. Last trade results is irrelevant. So are you over the L you just took, right? Or the win that you made, but maybe you didn't catch the whole move, right? You have to get that out of your brain, right? I will accept the stop if hit. So if your stop loss hits, you set that stop loss. So are you in acceptance of that stop? What will determine that you're not in acceptance is if you were just to look for another entry right away. That's not accepting, right? That's fear, right? Final confirmation. This trade aligns, watch what happens down here, okay? This trade aligns with my trading laws, right? Okay, I would take this trade again tomorrow. You're asking yourself these questions. I'm prepared to walk away after the entry, right? And boom, this says checklist cleared. It's safe to execute your plan. Exactly. So save that checklist and you're good to go. Moving on, right? That's what this is. So that's your checklist. Now, what's cool about a lot of this, I got to see if I fixed this or not. Let's see. I might have not fixed it. All right. Yep. All right. So I have to figure something out with the log, but nonetheless, what you'll see, we have the pre-trade checklist that you can use. Then we have the setup planner. So this is something that we would do like ahead of time, like tonight or tomorrow before the market opens. You'll go in here to your setup planner. You'll say, okay, I'm looking at NVDA, right? I'm gonna look at one contract am I set up? Am I following the trend? Am I looking at levels? Am I looking at pattern? Am I working supply and demand? I'm working supply and demand, right? Set up notes. Demand found at crossroad, whatever you want to put, right? Key level, crossing point. We say crossroads because that's that blue dash line, right? And I don't know what the price point is right now, but let's just say 690, 19, whatever. You can add your other key levels, whatever that is. What's your invalidated price? Well, this trade is invalidated if we hit 689, 56. I don't know what it is, whatever. You can put those notes. So, and we can say wait if confirmed below. Okay. And then what's your plan of entry? You can say, you can enter if we break on momentum. You can say, well, it's demand, so we can break. If I miss my entry, then I can wait for retracement or retest of that level. Then without hesitation, I'm hopping into this trade, right? And then what's your take profit targets? And then you can say, I'll just say momentum break or retracement. Okay. Take profit targets. Well, if we're at 690, let's say my take profit target is 691.50, whatever. And then your note, right? This can be an early TP target. And I just want to get some skin in the game and like you just get a quick win. Scaling plan, you can put something there. But I could say at 291.50, we'll go let's say another one contract if confirmed. Or you can just say 690.19. We'll add another contract if retest, accept it, right? And then trade ID, if you want to put 10 or nothing at all, that'll pop up here, and then you hit save your plan. That's your trading plan, right? So now your trading plan is saved, right? But what's cool about this is that when it's all done or whatever, you can export this, right? And you can review this at the end of the year, whatever. And it'll be like, I see it on my screen right now, but you won't see it. But it's an Excel sheet. I don't think I can really show you, but it's an Excel sheet. It'll show you the symbol and the contracts and the trade ID, whatever, right? And there you go. You have a plan. If you're in this setup planner, you don't have to leave here to go to the trade thing. You can just do a quick log. Hey, my trade plan is here. I can enter the trade right here, and then I'll log my trade, and it'll be under my trade tracker. Easy. I'm trying to make it easy as possible so you guys don't need to jump through windows and hoops, okay? So you can do that. You can do a risk calculation that's here, right? I'm not gonna jump into it. This is the same thing. Post-trade debrief. So after the trade, you can talk about it if you want. What was the result, right? And all of this is kind of logged. And at the end of the month, you can see how you did, right? And it's all logged. You can give yourself a grade at the end of the month, okay? So after that's all said and done, whatever, you'll go ahead and you can see an AI coach. And if you have this will be for Leviathans. The AI piece is Leviathans, but you'll hit generate, right? And then it'll give you a quick summary of what's going on, what it thinks, and it'll give you its grade based on what you've inserted in the previous steps. Okay, so all of this is designed to help you out. Now I'm going to set it up where everybody has access to this right here where it says downloads, because you'll have your trading law principle. Okay, you can print this out and have it. The pre-trade checklist, you'll be able to print this out and have it. As of right now, this window is only accessible to select people, but I'm going to make sure that these downloads are available to everybody. The monthly self audit printable, so you can open that. Here you go. Here's your checklist. Trying to save you some time. Trying to give you a foundation to kind of build off of. You don't need to use this. You can use whatever you want, but at least you have like a template or some type of structure to kind of go off of. Okay. So yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it at that. Okay, that's what I have for the app. If you have any questions, let me know. All right. I got a lot of stuff working for this. It all takes time, right? It all takes time. Let's get off of the screen and let me check here. Check my phone, make sure my wife doesn't need me. Okay. Was that good of interest to anybody? Was that clear enough? I know I'll spend more time on it. Okay. We back, baby. We back. I see you, Adam. TW Prescott, I see you. Good evening. GQ, I see you. Queen Nisha, I see you. Lots of good points to consider. Printed out downloads. Love it. Love it. Have it next to your desk. However you trade, wherever you trade. Okay. So I wanted to go over that. Some bugs are being worked out, but that was a thought of mine. I'll get it cleaned up. If you see anything, if you see any issues with the app, you need some improvements, let me know. It's a work in progress, but it's come a long way. Okay. So the last thing is for the app related stuff, it's clearly defined that the YouTube and the app are separate, right? They have different purposes. Now, it's great to have them both, but if you're just an app user, you're going to be privy to the perks that is under that app category, right? But you won't be privy to member only YouTube type of streams and stuff like that. Now there are certain things that I will make available to the app users, whether you're here or not, I don't know. But just know that is kind of the situation. But yeah, okay. I will be figuring out a way to publicize certain what do you call it? Videos, live streams. Okay. Now, also going forward in the app, there will be YouTube videos planted within the educational hub. Okay. So I have a lot of educational content that's going to be coming out between me and my editor posting and stuff. I'm going to make sure that is available within the app. So you don't need to kind of float over to YouTube every time. Like, it'll be accessible within the app. So I'll figure it all out. It's all coding and stuff, so it just takes some time. Now, moving forward, for tonight's live stream, it's 5:22 my time. I have about 20 minutes roughly. So what I wanted to talk to y'all about was how these weekly reviews are going to go. Okay, so if you are an Angler, Megalodon, Leviathan, then the first Sunday of the month we will have our monthly review. But I will have the levels kind of predefined for the SPY, and then I will have at least 2, but 3 up to 3 tickers kind of pre-selected, where I'm also going to have those levels defined. And the reason for that is because I want to get away from the SPY, right? Not entirely, but at the same time, like, because it's important to know what's going on with the market, right? But at the same time, the SPY has been eating people's lunch money. It's hit me a couple times, I know, but and it's you probably see yourself doing better trading other tickers, right? Because it's volatile, but it's not as volatile, it's not as crazy, it's a little bit more fluid in the direction that you're trying to play, right? And then there's no 0 DTEs. Typically, if you're trading like an individual stock, your expiration date is Friday or weeks or months or whatever later. It's never really the same day unless it's on a Friday that you're hopping into a trade, right? So I'm going to be trying to find a ticker for the minnows, the dolphins, and the orcas, right? And then I'm gonna bake that into an options trade video on a weekly basis, okay? But these 3 tickers though will be the 3 tickers you kind of stick with for the month. Those will be your foundational plays. What does that mean? That means that if all else fails, right, that's where you revert back to, right? So let's say that you were following some YouTuber or somebody or yourself, and you were just trying to gunsling a few trades, right? It was SPY, QQQ, whatever, right? Tesla, I don't care, whatever it is, right? And and you've been taking L's, right? Or you've been playing fearful because it's been kicking your butt, right? Whatever it is, these 3 tickers that I'm planning is supposed to be your grounding tickers. These are supposed to be your back on track tickers, right? And the why is because they have levels that's easily and clearly defined, right? They will, you will see more wins than losses with these trades, right? But at the same time, they may need time to actually come and hit those targets or whatever. But you will know that once those targets are hit, there's a strong chance that when you hop into these plays, it's going to go your way. That's the whole purpose of these. Now, of course, the difference between the minnows, the dolphins, the orcas, right, is pretty much the premiums that are expected to be for these individual contracts if you're trading options. Okay, so minnows, any trade is under $50. Dolphins, any trade is under $150. And then orcas, anything that's pretty much $150 plus, $200 plus type ticker. So that could be a Netflix, a Tesla, an Nvidia, a Costco, or a coin, whatever it is. Those are those premium tickers, right? So that's that. Okay, so that's the plan. So the plan is, so you guys, if you ever get lost, you can always find your way home, right? You can always revert to these tickers to kind of regain your confidence. That is my goal for you, right? And I concur. The SPY got too many personalities in it for me, so I stay clear now. For real though, like when I win, I can win big, but when I lose, I can lose big too. And it plays with your emotions. It really does. So, now we are in a phase, right, where I'm trying to check real quick to see if I have a play here. And I don't have a play that I'm willing to risk right now. I'm too far away from my level on NQ. So I was going to see if it's worth me taking a trade live. And right now, the setup ain't there for me. If I answered all those questions that's on the app, I would not be able to check all those boxes. So I'm staying away from it, right? That's how we have to look at it, right? So anyway, does that make sense as far as those 3 tickers, right? So let me put a 1 in the chat if that makes sense, and that's something that you will appreciate. Now, I know I said the anglers, the megalodons, and the leviathans. However, these tickers will be discussed on the weekly meetings on Sundays. So the orcas will also be included, right? So look, I know we have channel supporters. I know we have minnows. I know we have dolphins. And I appreciate everybody being here. However, there's a lot of content. There's a lot of work that I'm putting into this. I do pour into you, and I do make things available for you, but I strongly encourage you to try to upgrade if you can. I understand that not everybody got it like that, and I understand that if you are taking L's, it's hard to validate paying more for a membership or whatever. But you do have to understand too that if you see something working, right, and if you see other people kind of thriving, then it's okay maybe to try to take a leap of faith, because maybe that tier difference is pretty much, it could be what you're missing. I don't know. I can't make any promises, but you have to bet on yourself, right? You're here for a reason. You're in the stock market for a reason, and education is a big part of it. And just the source of information, that being accessible to you, kind of pay for that, right? Like I would pay for that. I pay for so much software, right, that I have access to that costs money, right? But I use all that. I dissect it all. I try to figure out the tools and stuff that make sense, and then I go and look at these charts and look into these plays and the news and whatever, and I try my best to clean it all up and pour it into you. If you don't want to pay $300 a year for the TradingView, don't do it, right? Maybe I got TradingView, I pay the premium for it. Maybe you don't want to do that yet, but guess what? The levels, the money I pay into it I'm using that to kind of help define these levels. And you don't need TradingView to draw levels, to draw horizontal lines, to draw boxes, right? You don't need it for that. So if I give you an entry, take profit target 1, 2, 3, right? Then take those levels, right, and plot them on your Webull, plot them on your Thinkorswim, plot them on your Tasty Trades, plot them on your free version of TradingView, right? And just do that, right? But if you want access to more details, then come on up. All right, we got you. Rapid fire chart analysis is an unlimited amount of plays. You don't need an unlimited amount of plays. Technically you need 2 or 3, but people like variety, and I got you, right? Some trades look better and cleaner than other trades, and it is what it is. So I say that to say I'll do what I can. That's why there's a free version of the app. That's why I have the one-on-one classes that'll be members only from minnows and above. That's why I'm doing what I can to pour into you as much as I can. But you also have to understand that there's levels to it too. And that levels, it comes with 6 years of experience at this point, right? That I'm pouring into people that want it, right? Yep. Hey, I paid for TradingView right when I started to kind of flatline, if that makes sense. Like when I knew that I could not, like, I could stop myself from losing money, right? All right. Anyway, okay. So let me check my notes. This may fool. Okay. Any questions? Let me know in the comments. We'll do a quick, I'm not going to do a separate live stream for the monthly review. I'm going to go ahead and just kick over to a chart and take a quick look. And if more needs to be said, then I will do a follow-up stream for sure. But right now, no, we're good. So app only users, I'm gonna work on an email list, so you guys get notified that way. Because I believe the Megalodon tiers on the app, I think I have as a perk that you'll get bi-weekly training, right? Or of some type of training, right? So you guys, I'm just trying to make sure that they're included. Leviathans, I said that today was day 8 on my futures account. So, hey, we did it, Joe. but I've been real conservative with that account. So I've been playing the safe game with the futures. I could be up probably about 10K in that account right now, because I've been trading like viciously on the futures game. But there's rules that you have to follow that prevents you from kind of going bananas, right? So here's an example. There was when NQ popped, right? When the SPY kind of opened on January 1 or whatever it was, and we hit key level and we popped, and we're on a run up right now, right? I was able to, technically I would have been up like 9 grand on one trade, but I couldn't do it, right? Like I cut myself off at $500, right? And I did that because on futures, when you're playing with a prop firm, now I can do cash if I want to, but I'm doing this to save my capital and my sanity right now. It's a proof of concept that I'm working with. So I've been killing my contracts for my positions once I hit about $400 to $500. The reason for that is because there's a 30% rule with Apex that your account size needs to be at X level of your highest trading day, the 30% of the highest trading day, something like that. It's weird. So it's a 30% rule. It's a way of them controlling people from getting lucky. So they want to see consistency, and that's kind of what it is. And that's why I'm not like at the dollar amount that I could go ahead and make a withdrawal. But when it comes, I will let you know. So far, your boy's been very controlled, and we'll see what happens. Cross our fingers that our first win on the prop firms will happen this month, right? Where do I go? If you're talking about like the trade tracker, or the help, the trade assistance, you either hit the menu button or you will hit this thing right here that looks like a command button at the top, right? And you will go down to where it says Trade Assistant Hub, okay? And that's where this is, okay? That's where this is. Let me see. Okay, still perfect. So all of the trades that you set up, right? You'll see it in recent activity, and you'll know, like, how did this trade go on this date, right? Pre-trade, setup planner, blah, 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 right? So you'll be able to go in here and then get that information, see how you did, what was the plan. But again, y'all have to understand that data in, data out. The data is only as good as the information that you put into it, right? If you don't put good data in, you're not going to get good data out. And I'm also at fault at this sometimes too. I mean, the app is amazing, but it needs to be used consistently. Now, it's a little harder sometimes depending on your work life and stuff like that, but that's why I try my best to make it as easy as possible. I try my best, right? But essentially, if you don't want to use this, you have your own rules, you have it dialed in your head, and you don't want, whatever, then just go ahead and live in the trade tracker. And then you can just enter your trades however you want, right? You can just do your thing, right? You can just do your thing. You can do rows right here and keep it nice and clean, right? You can tag your trend types, whatever. You'll know what's a swing, what's a scalp, how you did, right? And then you have the analyze, right? And you can get more incremental on the stuff here. So anyway, if you don't have it, then that means that you're not a Megalodon or a Leviathan on the app. The app is a different thing, man. Like I can't give the app away because it took a year to build, right? Like blood, sweat, and tears went into the app, man. So that is a tool that you can pay for, okay? No, not a Megalodon from YouTube. It's like an additional Megalodon. Now, if you are a Megalodon on YouTube, you get a discount, right? You get a discount on the app. You get a discount on the app when you go to members and build it. So look, if you're in this app, you have to make sure you go down onto your settings and go to where it says role sync, request a role sync, right? When you do this, if anybody in here, if you don't pay for the app yet, but you're interested, make sure you go to settings, click role sync, and then when you go to the payment page, it'll show you, at these tiers, what the discount rate is, right? Versus the full price. There's only a discount on the Megalodon and Leviathan tiers, okay? Y'all can read through this or whatever, right? If you see something like this, make sure you just reconnect. You probably won't see it though. But anyway, hopefully that makes sense. No, the app is a web-based app, and I'm going to send you a link right now. It's not in the app store. It's a web-based app that you can install on your phone. Okay, so there's the link. What time is it? That's almost time for me to go. I forgot. Okay, so let me show you this real quick. I don't know if you can see my screen. Oh, I think you can see it. But for example, if you're on your desktop, let me see if I can zoom in. Okay, if you're on your desktop, you see the top. Hold up. You see the top right here where it says app sacrifice, you know, whatever, right? You can go ahead. This is Edge. So on Edge, you can click this little box right here, and then you can choose to install. Oh, does it not show them? Let me see if it shows. So there's a pop-up that shows install when you click that button. When you click this button, you can't see it, but it's an install button where you can install it to your desktop, right? It's the same thing on your smartphone, okay? And on Chrome, I'll have to look it up, but it's kind of like the same thing, okay? You'll have the option to install the app. My pleasure. Okay, so let's go over here real quick, and then I got to get going. All right, so, nope. My mic check. Yep, my mic is good. All right, so real quick. So I didn't hop into a trade because I knew we were approaching a key level of 225,452 on NQ. And yeah, this is my entry. I rolled this up, and then I got out when I made enough. Okay. And it was what it was. So, but we're not going to go over those 3 tickers today because I don't have time, but we will touch on the SPY real quick. Just to see how the market looks. October, November, December, and to see how we're sitting. I know this is a mess for some people, but if you've been with it, you kind of know what's going on. But I'm going to go ahead and just eliminate a lot of the noise, except for the EMAs, okay? And then kind of see where we are on a zoomed out basis. Reset my chart, and oh, that looks nasty. Okay. Okay, so I know this looks like craziness, but what I can always go ahead and get rid of hide the drawings, right? And then we can take a quick look. Now you kind of see we're in this uptrend, right? We did show like a higher high, and we had this false breakdown, almost as if it was like this what do you call it, like a head and shoulders. This happens a lot, y'all. This happens where it's like a fake head and shoulders. It looks like one, but it's not one, because this is not how it reacts, right? I guess if you zoom in, 1, 2, that could be seen, but it failed to break down. So this is a failed breakdown, which tells me that we're probably more bullish than bearish, and we're probably going to see new highs on the SPY, but to be determined. To be determined. Okay, but essentially the levels show right now that if we can confirm above this level here of about 684.91, we're probably pretty solid. Like, as close to that level as possible is where I'll be looking to potentially enter a trade if I wanted to. But hold on, let's see. So we have our crossing point. So we already said above this level we're bullish, but then we have a supply zone here, and we have it at 685, and the top is 686. So this is my ceiling for this area, and essentially we need to pretty much take 685, 63, and then have some bullish momentum through this passive supply zone before we can kind of shoot up to the next tier. And of course, the crossing point for this is 692.06. Okay, that's why you see a lot of alerts up here. Okay, so let's see if I can go to the old monthly. What time is it? Oh, I gotta get going. Sounds like they are. Okay, my wife just said that they're trying to start awards early, so I'm gonna be getting off soon here. Where's the drawings? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. I think I'm gonna leave it at that. Let me see if I have anything here. Only other thing I would want to talk about is silver. On a quickness, so you guys can just see the levels that I have listed for it. Okay, so on the 30-minute, let's give you a look. Okay, so we have this leg 66.25. We hit our demand zone and popped up. So that was our pristine entry was 65.43. If we missed that entry, then pretty much you're looking at entry at every one of these levels for the way up. But you got to beware of this level here is 66.87. All right. And if we can break through with bullish momentum, then our next ceiling for me is going to be 67.33. We break 67.33, then you might as well look at some leaps if we can confirm above and then head towards $69. Okay, that's kind of what I'm seeing on that end. Okay, that being said, y'all, let's see. I don't think there's any questions. I'm gonna leave it at that. If I have time to come back, I might dive into some more things and clarify what's to come, specifically probably for Leviathans. And you guys, if you guys want to be a Leviathan, then you have to sign up for it on the app. Okay. And it's wise to be a Megalodon before upgrading to Leviathan, just so you know. So yes, that's both. That's two different tiers. It's a separate thing. But I want to get the structure and stuff like that kind of out to you guys, dialed in, and give you kind of a preview of like kind of what's to come. It's a lot of work in the background for me. Okay. It's a lot of work, but I figure I have some time for as long as we're waiting for the right amount of members to come through. Okay. So, hey, let's get it done. Let me know when it's done, big dog. And then, just send me a screenshot or whatever. And I got you. I'll update you in the Discord. Yes. Safe travels. Congratulations. Hey, I love y'all. Let's go. 2026 is our year. 100%. I can't wait to see how we all end up. Thank y'all for sticking around. Thank y'all for rocking with me, being supportive, being so just understanding. I lost my cousin. It's been a big deal. It's been a crazy holiday end of year for me, right? So we're going through it as a family. We're strong. We're doing what we got to do. But you know, I appreciate that grace of space. Thank y'all so much. I will